Dude, what the f is up? The f is wrong with you people? I went from a P word to a racist? Man, what the f you?
Alright y'all, so it's been quite a little bit since I talked about the Muha Man, and I honestly didn't think I was going to have to make another video on this dude. I thought it was just going to be a one and done thing. Tell his story, let everyone know he's a weirdo, and then, he'll basically fade into obscurity. But the dude just continued to make videos, and shit just got worse. People didn't really listen to any of my warnings. They saw him as a cool guy. Like, you can go back and watch that video and you can look at all the comments, and it's literally a bunch of people talking about how I should leave Unc alone and how he's innocent of all these heinous crimes that I accused the guy of, when in reality it was pretty blatant what he was doing. He even said it himself. He was smoking carts with these minors and he didn't care, and it seemed like nobody else did at the time either. Well, here we are once again, and you're probably wondering why. Why am I making another video on the Muha Man? Well, he got himself into some pretty hot water, and it wasn't for what you would think it would be. It wasn't for him always constantly, meeting up with these minor fans of his and smoking carts with them. It was because he said the N-word, which is bad, don't get me wrong, like he shouldn't be saying the N-word, but this is what finally got everybody to start canceling him, I guess you can say, right? It got everybody off of his side, because that's one thing that people on TikTok take very serious. Like, they don't like racism on the app. All the people on TikTok will band together to get your account taken down, rightfully so, but I feel like there was a lot of other stuff that this guy was doing beforehand, a lot of red flags that people should have saw before this whole shit went down, and I guess now you can say he's canceled, or at least people aren't on his side. People are starting to actually see that he's just a weirdo and there's nothing cool about him besides the fact that he has access to carts. He also recently got into a physical altercation with a few of these minors. I don't know if it was some of the ones that he was meeting that were supposed to be his fans, or if it was haters, but either way, these minors all went out in a group and decided to fight with the Muha Man, and he fought back. So we're going to be looking at all that today and doing one big update on the Muha Man. So first, let's start off by looking at these racism allegations, because they're pretty cut and dry. It's basically videos of him saying that he uses the N-word with the hard R, and if you want to see him do it, follow his Telegram. It's the weirdest Telegram plug I've ever seen, but he thought it was going to work, and it completely backfired on the dude. Actually, listening back to that, I think that's the only Telegram plug I've ever seen, because Telegram is a pretty shady app. The only people who use Telegram are PDF files and drug dealers. That's it. The only reason that you would want to be using Telegram is because it has encrypted messaging. I know it's popular in some regions, but like here in the US, I really don't think it's that popular. I think people use WhatsApp a lot. So yeah, keep that in mind while this dude is trying to plug his Telegram to a bunch of minors.
Yeah, I'm gonna start posting more on Telegram, more hardcore shit there. My Telegram name is Muha Mafia. But yeah, the shit that I can't post here on TikTok because community guidelines is weak and petty, and the haters have too much control here. They can't rap my shit out there. So, but I can only post 3 videos a day, or I have to pay $35. Good Lord, greedy little bastards. But yeah, go over to my Telegram, and I will be posting harder videos over there, gnarlier videos with a capital G. Yeah, I said it with the hard R, and look how pale I am. I'm not afraid to say it. Oh no. Hey bro, stop being a little wussy girl. If you can't handle a white man saying it with a hard R, boo-hoo, princess. Yeah, I said it with the hard R, and look how pale I am. I'm not afraid to say it. Oh no. Yeah, they're definitely stalking me. The one kid, Danny, he definitely is stalking me. He thinks that I'm an idiot, but I'm on to him, that's for sure. Because I fucking want to. Bro, I didn't hesitate. I got jumped. Apparently you've never been jumped before. Hey, whoever wants to hear me say the N-word with a hard R, go over to my Telegram. I say it. And I'm not even being racist about it. I'm just saying it. You know, it's just typical street drama. It's just how it is, you know? When you live on the street, there's drama.
So apparently this dude has had like multiple altercations with these group of minors. He goes to their street and then he'll record videos where he's like, yeah, I'm on their street. You know, I hope that they don't come find me. Like, they better not come looking for me. I guess one of them is named Danny. So he's always mentioning Danny and how Danny's looking for him. I don't know why these kids decided to start looking for him. There's a lot of different lore that goes into it, but I think that the main thing is that this dude has been accused of being a PDF file multiple times. Now, I had a suspicion that he might have been doing weird shit with minors, but apparently some shit on Reddit was shared about him, and eventually a bunch of females started filling the comments talking about how he had spoken to them thinking that they were underage, or while they were underage, trying to buy them alcohol or like some other kind of substance, right? Who knows what he was going to do to those girls, but anyway, it's a good thing that a lot of them avoided him and seen the red flags, because it's pretty obvious that this dude's a weirdo, right? Like, anybody who watches him can tell, but a lot of people were fooled for some reason. Like, they thought that he was a cool guy. They were calling him Unk and shit. They were donating money to him, right? It's weird. I don't get it. I mean, it's quite obvious that this dude was weird from the start, and he doesn't really have any positive qualities to him. Like, I just don't see it. He just seems like a loser to me. So it makes sense that eventually he got on these minors' nerves. He probably said something weird to one of their girlfriends, or, you know, he probably just did something that was way over line, and then now he has this group of minors that want to beat him up. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but they're minors. Of course they're going to do shit like that. It's a bunch of kids. What do you expect? This shit was just bound to happen. He was bound to say the wrong thing to someone, do something stupid around these kids, and then they were going to, you know, gang up on him. It makes sense though, you know what I mean? Like, they're probably doing this for a reason. This guy is annoying. He always tries to get on people's nerves, and he says really ignorant things. You know, he likes to insult people. So there's probably a reason that they're doing this, but obviously this isn't the right way to go about it. There's a bunch of other ways that they could have probably rectified this issue other than going up to the dude and getting physical with them. And it's like, what am I supposed to say about this dude saying the N-word? It's obviously racist. He shouldn't be saying it. There's really nothing else I can add to that. The dude is an idiot for going online and using this as some kind of way to like push his Telegram, as if people want to hear him say racial slurs. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody is excited to hear the Muha Man say the N-word. I don't know why he thought that was some kind of catch-all. It's stupid, bro. A bunch of white people say the N-word all the time. Like, you can see it anywhere on the internet. You don't gotta follow the Muha Man on Telegram to hear a white dude say the N-word. But there's a bunch of other things that got these people pissed off at him. It's not just this dude being racist. I'm going to play clips from their own page. The TikTok page is called Dior, and the page uploaded a bunch of videos mocking Muha Man and, you know, putting a bunch of images up that basically called him out for doing shit like meeting up with minors, or, you know, trying to talk to minors, things like that, just being an overall weirdo. And then they stitched a couple of his clips just to kind of clown on him.
Bro, what does that even mean? I mean, seriously. What? Huh? It depends. I mean, usually if you're trolling me, I'll reply. Sometimes I think things are just meant for me. Like, some things weren't happening, and then when I show up, it starts to happen.
If you didn't pause to read the text messages, basically the dude was saying some pretty racist shit. Now, the kids were saying that they were going to beat his ass. Yeah, sure. But he started replying with like the N-word and shit like that. Like, he was saying some pretty bad racial slurs towards these kids, and they were just calling him a racist. It's like this dude's response to being called racist is to say a bunch of slurs and to be racist. It doesn't make any sense. And then he'll go on to make videos where he'll say that he isn't racist because he doesn't use the word in a racist way. I don't know how else you're using it, dog. Like, you've literally called black people the N-word, or you at least insinuated it, right? You guys seen in those videos that I showed you guys earlier, he was talking to a person who was black, and he was saying that they were the N-word, which is weird. I've never heard somebody say it like that. I think he was just trying to get over TikTok TOS, and if it was allowed, he probably would be saying the N-word. But anyway, because of TOS, he decided to just call him N-word, and it was pretty weird, right? It was pretty awkward. Anyway, the dude thought he sounded hella cool, and he was just trying to taunt a black person by using the N-word, which is racist, right? And then he goes on to use the word in these text messages, and, you know, it's in a racist way. Like, you can't deny it's not. I don't know how this guy can think that there's some kind of loophole where you can say the N-word and it not be racist. Considering the history behind the N-word, I think if you say it, it's racist. Like, you don't really need to be having like any sort of racist feelings behind it for it to be racist, right? I think you can make an argument with like the colloquial version of the N-word, which is like the one that people use a lot. You know, I think that you can make the argument that somebody using that might not have racist intent, considering that it's in a bunch of songs and it's ingrained in like culture at this point. But still, it's pretty cringy to use, right? I don't condone using the word, but I think that there's a clear difference. So I think that's the argument that this guy was trying to make, but he didn't even understand the argument. He thought that him using the N-word with a hard R and then just saying he had no racist intent behind it gave him a get out of jail free card when it came to racism. And that's just not what happened. People ended up catching on to it. And of course, they canceled him for it. Even all those kids that were calling him Unk back in the day and saying that what he was doing wasn't wrong. So eventually, him and this group of individuals ended up fighting. I think it was orchestrated by an adult. And he claims that he sent, you know, his young goons after him. Those aren't his words. He uses the acronym YN. I think you can, you know, decipher what that means, but let's just call him his young goons, right? He sent his young goons after this dude, and then he put, you know, fighting minors and shit. It's really stupid, right? A bunch of minors going and fighting this dude, and apparently they beat him up. I'm sure it was like a bunch of kids. It was probably like 50, and they're probably like 6 foot. That's what Muha Man would tell you if you asked him. But either way, these kids pummeled him, and then he started bragging about it. Like, Muha Man started bragging about getting beat up, and he's like, I know I got one of them good. I got the little one really good. He had to be about 10 years old. I swear that's what this dude says. He starts talking about how the littlest one was 10 years old, and then in another video, he says how he got the littlest one really good. So you're bragging about beating up this 10-year-old. Dog, come on, bro. These kids beat your ass. I don't care how many of them there were. You let a bunch of kids beat your ass.
Man, people always ask me how I sleep at night. I sleep good. I'm starting to realize how weak and pathetic our society is. Weak and arrogant. You guys are so proud of your stupid shit. But I bet none of you could do what I can do. Because you guys are a bunch of pussies. My zit still looks good. You know what? My hand's a little sore. My knuckle. My right hand, my knuckle's a little sore from popping that little punk. Oh yeah. Finally got some battle wounds from punching a little punk. One thing I did learn from the fucking cops today is if it's a mutual fight, it doesn't matter if they're minors or whatever. So next time, I'm gonna come swinging hard. Yeah, I got the punk little bitches at the gym fucking with me. Good Lord. It's funny how the punks just come out of the woodwork. It's so obvious now. Now that I know, it's so obvious. They threw a beanie to me, some shit beanie. I threw it in the fucking trash. I should have wiped my ass with it first. Now I'm gonna have the guys fucking with me. Whatever, I'm used to it. Fuck you. Oh yeah. I see you motherfuckers looking at me left and right. I am definitely ready now. I'm definitely ready. Those first two, a whooping, and they weren't even a whooping. Can you even see it anymore? Oh, it's on now. There's only one way this is gonna end, with bloodshed. That was fun. I can't wait to see you guys again. The cops said that I should block you guys and stop posting on TikTok. They're all like, I don't know what TikTok is. It's hilarious. It is hilarious when they're like, huh? Tic-tac? Tick what? Now we're having fun. Now we're having fun. I got one of you. Oh yeah. I got one of you. Oh yeah. Nice little shiner. You girls hit hard. I can't wait to see you again. You got my hat. Smart. Yeah. This is nothing. I know I got that one punk. Oh yeah, that small guy. Thought he was tough. Bam! Gotcha. I can't wait to get my beanie back. This is gonna be fun. I know I got one of you punks. I got you good. This is nothing. This is nothing. You little bitches. I got you good. I know I got one of you good. Yeah, you guys are gonna feel it tomorrow. Oh yeah.
As you can see, the dude's also talking about how people at the gym were, being punks to him or whatever. It seems like a lot of people around Reno don't like this guy. If you don't know, on Christmas, he was involved in a separate assault that had nothing to do with this whole shit. So he's just constantly getting into other people's business, causing trouble with other people, saying dumb, stupid shit, right? He just wants to be like some punk kid, right? He's having a midlife crisis. And he wants to be some punk, edgy teenager so bad. So he hangs out with all these teenagers and he tries to associate with them. And of course, he ends up meeting these teenagers that end up wanting to fuck with him. So this dude's response to that is to egg them on even more and, make this as if it's like a game. So then other people start doing it, right? Like people just start fucking with this guy constantly now because of this one altercation, right? Because this dude couldn't just keep his mouth shut, stay off of TikTok, and be homeless. He had to start talking shit. He had to, start befriending all these kids. And then look what happened. Now he's getting beat up by them and shit. This guy's got gray hair. Like he's 50, right? I mean, he's got to be at least 50. And he's sitting here and he's bragging about how he hit a kid, how hard he hit a kid. And he's talking about how it's legal in Reno to hit a kid if they hit you. Like all this bullshit, right? It's stupid, dude. You wouldn't be having this fight in the first place if you just didn't do this shit. If you just didn't talk to minors, if you just didn't smoke carts with them, if you just didn't go on TikTok and be a fucking idiot, right? Like you wouldn't be in this situation. So I wouldn't feel bad for this guy. I saw a lot of people on TikTok being like, how could you beat up a homeless person? It's like, yeah, it's not cool that they beat this guy up. I think that they probably could have took another course of action, but either way, he was asking for it. Like he's been asking for it for a long time. He even said in those videos that he was asking for it and it's a game to him. This dude doesn't give a fuck. And then he wants to play victim. Like now he's crashing out and he's talking about how people think he's a PDF file and how people think he's a racist. And he's going off right now. He's saying that he's going to retire the whole Muha Man account and he's leaving TikTok. So now this dude is crashing out after, being so hard-headed and saying that he was never going to stop fucking with these people and it's a game and he's going to get his beanie back. Now a bunch of people are fucking with him, not just those kids, and he's getting scared. So I wanted to also show you guys these videos of him crashing out. These are new. I just saw these on his TikTok when I loaded them up earlier and I thought they were worth showing you guys. So these will be the last clips we'll be looking at.
All right. No more pictures with fans. No more Muha Man. No more nothing. I get it. I see it. It's all right. I'm leaving. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to talk shit anymore. I'm fucking done. Just let me fucking go. Dude, what the fuck is up? The fuck is wrong with you people? I went from a P word to a racist? Man, what the fuck? Fuck you! Bro, just because I said the N-word with a hard R, now everybody thinks I'm racist? I mean, what the fuck? You guys are insane. I was trying to prove a point that it's just a word. We need to get past the word. But apparently we are never gonna get past this word. If I keep on having you guys trying to jump me because I said the N-word with a hard R, I don't get it. I mean, what the fuck? Dude, this is insane. You literally think I'm racist. I mean, you guys literally think I'm racist. Isn't it obvious that I'm not? What the fuck is going on? Alright, I did take a picture with a fan who might not have been over 18, but he was in his truck at a light, and I was like, bro, just take it from there. And I was here, he was over there, and I posed. Is that okay? I mean, is that okay? Bro, I literally just got 86th from Wingfield Springs. I mean, it's not in a writing, it's not like official, but it's official. They're like, we don't want your kind here. And I'm like, bro, I'm better looking than most of you assholes. What the hell? The arrogance in this country amazes me. Oh wait, I was just arrogant.
But that's it for this video, guys. I basically just wanted to do a quick update on the Muha Man. While I was researching him, I also saw an article that was done by a website called Our City Reno, I believe it is. If I got the name wrong, I'll flash it up right here so you guys can know what it's called. But the article basically just goes over the history behind Muha Man, and it reveals some pretty crazy stuff, including the fact that he did do an assault on Christmas and that was confirmed. And he also had some previous charges in Orange County, including like having a weapon at one point and discharging it. Pretty crazy stuff. Like I said earlier, this shit was bound to happen. If he kept messing with people, if he kept doing this bullshit, somebody was going to beat his ass, right? And it was a group of kids that ended up doing it because the guy decides to hang out with a bunch of minors. But soon enough, it'll be somebody else because the whole city is going after him at this point. Like, people are fucking with him left and right. They're screaming at him out of their cars. They just want him out of the town. So now he's quitting being the Muha Man and the Muha Mafia is over. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you watched all the way to the end, you're the best. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.